Unemployment is going down in San Diego, and San Diego has added 30,000 new jobs in the last year. But what are people being paid for those jobs? Wage growth is sluggish, just over 1% last year. We're one of the slowest big cities in the country in terms of raising pay. My guests are Eric Bruvalt, president of the National University System Institute for Policy Research, and Peter Kallstrom, who is CEO of the San Diego Workforce Partnership. Thank you so much for joining us both.
Thank you, Allison.
So, Eric, why is it that employers can keep the lid on wages when everything else looks so rosy in the economy?
So 2014 was a good year. 2013 was an okay year. We really probably need another year or 2 years until the labor market in San Diego gets tight enough so that employers are forced to compete harder for labor and will see those wages rise. That's at sort of the macro sense. The micro problem is, a big part of San Diego's economy is the leisure and tourism industry. And for a variety of reasons, that's not an industry that pays that high of wages, and it's an industry which hasn't seen much wage growth over the past couple of decades because of how it's got structural issues inside it.
So we need to create more jobs with higher wages, and possibly even the minimum wage might play into this.
I'm not the minimum wage, but just increasing the number of jobs and competitions for workers will drive wages up. And we've had a good 2014. We need to add to it in 2015 and 2016 to get that tightness into the market.
So, Peter, we know then that leisure is one of the sectors, but where are jobs growing?
Well, we released 5 priority sector reports last fall. There's many sectors, but the 5 priority ones for us: advanced manufacturing, clean energy, information and communication technologies, life sciences, and healthcare. So those are 5 key areas where the jobs do pay better. And so where we come in is we're able to help advise job seekers as to what those positions would be, what the ladder would be in order to get into higher wage positions. And with our 12 career centers, the Americas Job Centers of California, people can come in and get free service so that they can get training so that they can target what it would be in order to raise their income level.
And which are the sectors where the wages do seem to be inching up, perhaps?
Oh boy, in every one of those 5 sectors, but beyond that too, we have sports and active lifestyle, as Eric mentioned. We have so many burgeoning sectors within our region, and being able to do good labor market information is an ongoing process because our economy is constantly in flux. Sometimes with the tourism and hospitality sector, it can ebb and flow depending upon the season. But what we want to be able to do is always target what is in demand. And we have an in-demand jobs report as well. All of these reports are free and on our site at workforce.org, so the public is encouraged to go check it out. And especially for the job seekers, we see over 14,000 people who go through our centers every year. Foot traffic of over 200,000 people.
So for people who are looking for a good place to get a
and then
new
where
career.
we can come in is we can help steer them and guide them as to this is what's in demand.
Good. So now construction has helped us come out of recessions in the past, but not this time. Why? Eric, would you like to handle it?
Well, San Diego's going through a transition, and it's going through a transition where in the past we had lots of open space and mesa tops, and we could build big, huge master plan communities. And now we're in a process where for our future housing growth, it's going to be infill projects. Well, I sometimes say, San Diegans never saw a housing project that they didn't think it would be nice to oppose sometimes. And so that's very difficult. If we look at the number of housing permits pulled, we're up from where we were in the recession, but nowhere near where we've been in in the historic past. And so until we start to see those housing permit numbers go up, we're probably not going to see employment go more than 70,000, and that's going to keep a lid on construction wage growth.
Right, because I understand that you have to earn about 100,000 in order to be able to afford the median price of home, which is about $500,000.
I think that's right. I mean, in terms of home ownership, in terms of renting, I think that what we're probably looking at, is a lower wage in San Diego in terms of being able to achieve a middle-class lifestyle as a renter. But still, the parts of our economy we might call the opportunity parts of our economy, those have still remained relatively sluggish coming out of the recession.
And Peter, next Friday there's going to be the San Diego County Economic Roundtable. You're going to be on it. What do you think are going to be the main issues?
It's exciting. This is the 31st annual one. It's at USD. It's from 8:30 until noon next Friday. It is free to the public. It fills up fast, so if people want to attend, sign up quickly and go to our site for more information. We're going to be focusing on 3 particular areas: transportation, new new business growth, new startups, as well as, I'm blanking on the third one. And there's a third one that transportation.
Probably on the website,
yeah,
right?
It's going to be a good, robust discussion of the sectors in our region, but focusing in on the three. Do you have the answer there that I left
there
off?
you go.
Okay. Real estate.
Real estate,
I
there
should
you
know
go.
my wife is a
Yeah,
real
that
estate
makes
attorney.
sense. Good.
But
Well,
it's
thank
going to
you
be
so
a
much.
great
That's
report.
next Friday.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much. That's
you.
Peter Karlstrom of the San Diego Workforce Partnership and Eric Bruvald from the National University System Institute for Policy Research. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you, Allison.